और आ गया हुक्म दिया गया कहते हैं जो उठाओ पॉइंट कुछ भी है ना।
Very good afternoon to all students. We are very happy to see you all in such a good strength. So Direct Admission Group would like to welcome you all in today's session, Because Study Abroad. So the last webinar was a great success, guys. We got a good amount of registration and there were students who wanted to know about why to study abroad and wanted counseling from us. We got a good amount of registrations on our website as well. So our team came up with the idea of holding another session for you guys. If you guys have any queries regarding education in abroad or maybe want to know more about our organization, in this session we'll be briefing you about all of that.
University conduct
Very small issue. We'll be briefing you about all of that. So let me brief you a bit about Direct Admission Group. For those who are attending this session for the very first time, Direct Admission Group is an organization which helps students to get enrollment in various colleges in India as well as in abroad. We help students in each and every process, from application to counseling to SOP drafting, visa assistance if students are planning to apply for education in abroad. Everything is taken care of. Step-by-step process may we help you guys. So if you guys want to register with us, do log on to our website or maybe call on the numbers given on your WhatsApp group. So do you guys have any questions? If you guys have any questions, you can write in the chat box or maybe raise your hand. I'll be answering them for you. So let's begin with the session. This was with the intro part. We have our expert speaker, Sanjam Kaur, today with us. She's an expert counselor, and she'll be heading over with the session for you guys. Sanjam, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ashita, for that beautiful introduction. I think, I mean, it's a good feeling to see you guys all. I think some of you must be seeing me for the second time. Our first session was a great hit. Now, I mean, as Ashita has already explained the reason for us, I mean, coming again. That time, I believe हम लोग बहुत depth में touch नहीं कर पाए थे. It was one introductory session, but every student has different needs and every student has different goals. So we came up with this so that I can at a one-on-one level take just one topic and go into the depth of it. So I'll be beginning with our today's topic, which is the theme is hashtag because study abroad. So today we're opening our first session with why study in UK, United Kingdom. So I want everybody to be a little more interactive. If you guys, I don't know if the unmute option is available to you or not, but the chat box is going to be open for all of you. And if possible, if you guys can turn on your camera so that I can see your beautiful faces and I can also interact with you. If there's any question, you guys can, talk to me. And also about the question answer round, there's no specific timings for that. you guys can put in your questions in the chat box. I'll try to, answer as many questions as I can. And our last request would be if there is any sort of personal assistance that you need or want to know more beyond this session, then you guys can reach out to us. All the details will be shared in the chat box and everything. Now let us begin with our session, that is why study in United Kingdom. So I know बहुत far-fetched लगता है when I say UK, because till date, since I've interacted with a lot of people, what I've seen is बहुत सारे लोग are still very unfamiliar with this concept of studying in UK. कुछ बच्चों को लगता है कि शायद वो एलिजिबल नहीं है, या कुछ बच्चों के लिए वो एक बहुत दूर का ड्रीम ही रह जाता है कि so I need to know from you guys, how many of you have at least once thought about studying in UK? And if yes, then just put in a yes in your Dropbox. Agar ek thought bhi aayi hai, ya fir if you guys have tried to research about it, that what is the options, what are the opportunities to study in UK? Just type in a yes or no also, for that matter. Agar kisi ne nahi bhi socha hai no, then type in no also, that you've never thought about studying in UK. Okay. So I'm receiving some good amount of answers. Okay, 13 people so far, out of which there is one student who hasn't thought about it, and rest all of you guys have. It's a great response. I'm really happy that you guys at least have thought about it, and having that seed of that thought, it can convert into dream, and बहुत देर नहीं लगती उस dream को reality में convert होने के लिए. And that is why I'm here, so that I can tell you guys कि वो एक बहुत far-fetched dream नहीं है. That dream and that thought can soon be created into a reality. That's correct. About UK, we've got a lot of options, and I'll be explaining everything in detail. क्या eligibility criteria होते हैं, क्या आपके पास उसके बाद post study work visa होता है available या नहीं होता है, placement options, what is the procedure, what is the step-by-step procedure, what are the things that are required, हम कैसे उस eligibility criteria को meet कर सकते हैं, and why UK, why as direct admission group, why we decided that UK should be our first session, why we thought that this deserves the first slot. We're going to talk about everything, and I'll go and I try to touch every topic of it. अगर कोई specific question है which anybody wants to share in the beginning of the session, you guys can type in again if possible. I'll try to answer all of those questions, because whatever I have to share, I think that will pretty much cover everything. Rest अगर फिर भी कोई सवाल आपकी तरफ से रह जाता है, you do put into that question box. Now, okay, a lot of you have thought about studying in UK. I've got more than 15 responses for study in UK. Now let me tell you why I think that any well-deserving candidate should study in UK. United Kingdom एक ऐसा देश है ना, let us understand the history of it. United Kingdom before India got independence, वो एक ऐसा देश है जिसने न जाने कितने देशों पे राज किया है. And studying in that country, which has got such a strong economy, so many strong leaders have studied from these UK universities. Why is it so? The quality of education, the economy, the people, and the work options, everything. Now, जब मैं किसी के सामने कहूं that I've studied from UK, what will be the mindset of somebody else listening to me? Suddenly an image is created. Okay, this person has studied from UK, must be a big shot. Correct? There's a certain mindset, and it's the right one as well. वो सोच बिल्कुल सही है, because the place, the name has earned that position in people's head, in their heart, in their mind. The country has earned that position, and especially when it comes to education. Now, why is it that University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, Imperial, University College of London, why are these universities located in UK? और इनकी इतनी value क्यों है? We've got, I don't know if you people know about it, but I just want to introduce one concept. हम सब लोगों ने USA की Ivy Leagues के बारे में तो सुना है. We've all heard about the Ivy Leagues, and all of us want to apply to those fancy colleges. Similarly, we've got, I'm just using that as an example to explain you what we've got in UK. We've got Russell Groups, which is similar to what Ivy Leagues is. कुछ ऐसे कॉलेजेस जिनकी रैंकिंग आईवी लीग्स के अंदर आती है, उसी तरह से we've got some colleges जिनकी रैंकिंग रसल ग्रुप में आती है यूनाइटेड किंगडम में. Now, what is Russell Group? Russell Group में 24 universities आती है, including University of Oxford. All of the names that I've taken. A lot of you are familiar with Warwick University as well. All of these universities, these are 24 universities, top 24 universities, which come under the group, under the category of Russell groups. And the name is enough. The name of Russell Group, the name of these universities is enough to get you a good life ahead. You're going to get the best of education there. Why? Number one, all of the universities located in UK are going to be public universities. Now, when I say public universities, these are also going to be more than 100 years old. शायद 150 साल पुरानी यूनिवर्सिटीज भी ना. इमेजिन द क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन. इंडिया में जब कोई बहुत पुरानी यूनिवर्सिटी होती है उसको एक अलग दर्जा दिया जाता है बिकॉज दे हैव बीन कंटिन्यूइंग फॉर सो लॉन्ग. सिमिलरली, I mean, India ke baad we've got UK. Imagine the quality of education, imagine the quality of lifestyle, everything that you can get when you're studying in UK. We've talked about what are the options. Now, some people think, are we even eligible for these good colleges, these top universities? Now, that's why I said कि बहुत लोगों को इस बारे में पता ही नहीं होता. They're not familiar. और इसलिए वो शायद वो सोच एक बहुत दूर का dream रह जाता है. And it's a very far-fetched dream for some people because sometimes we're scared to even research about it, that whether we will get that dream, whether we'll be able to fulfill those dreams or not. So that is why I come in role here to explain you why this is possible and if you're eligible or not. Now understand UK में master's degree करने के लिए क्या eligibility criteria रहता है and overall I'm trying to give you a general perspective. We're all aware that USA में या Canada में आपको master's degree करने के लिए you require 16 years of education, which means 4 years of your bachelor degree. हम सब यहाँ पे अपनी अंडर ग्रेजुएशन कर रहे हैं. I believe everybody who's joined here today is either currently pursuing the undergraduation or could be in the final semester, anywhere close to that, but you guys are all pursuing your undergraduation. So हमारे लिए UK में masters करने के लिए eligibility criteria क्या रहता है? It's 3 years of undergraduation. They accept 3 years of undergraduation to pursue your masters in UK. So why not consider that? You've got must. And one more thing. Now, when I say these are public universities, when I say that they're very old universities and they accept 3 years of your bachelor's degree to pursue a master's program, what are the choices that you have to study? We're all familiar with the common MBA programs. We're familiar with medicine. We're familiar with law. We're familiar with engineering. These are some of the common courses that we're aware of, and a lot of private universities, majority of private universities are going to have these specific courses. But when it comes to public universities who are dedicated to give good education, do you think वो अपने आप को सिर्फ इन 4 या 5 courses में limit करेगा? No, you've got extensive choices of courses in UK, and to name a figure, you can expect it above 150,000 choices of courses in United Kingdom. You name a course, anything that you want to study, you're going to get in UK because they're so dedicated. They are so determined to give the best form of education. That is what makes UK such a strong economy. They value that education, and that is why they don't tend to privatize it, and they have public universities and which are so many years old, and they are committed to give you the best of education. और उस ड्रीम को हम रियलिटी में कैसे फुलफिल कर सकते हैं? And that is why Direct Admission Group comes in role, because what we're trying to do here, and why am I in front of you, so that I can make you realize कि ये एक बहुत far-fetched dream नहीं है. You studying in UK, and here you are, Direct Admission Group is going to bridge that gap for you, so that I make you realize that that dream is possible to achieve for anybody, just with a few specific requirements. Or requirements kya hai? First, believe that you can do it and make up your mind that you want to do it. Second, now understand the eligibility criteria. First, you just require a 3 years of bachelor's degree and you can apply for a master's program. अभी हाल ही में बहुत सारे चेंजेस हुए हैं यूके की पॉलिसीज में. Earlier, it was very strict when we talked about studying and post-study work visa. Nowadays, because they've seen the growth of international students in their economy, they've decided to become more lenient with their policies. Earlier, hardly it was a 6 months of post-study work visa after your education. Now they're giving you 2 years of post-study work visa. Now, most universities जहाँ पे आप अपना master's program करने जाएंगे, they have 1+1 year of program. एक साल में आप अपना master's degree complete कर लेंगे. And second year is going to be, most universities have this protocol. Second year, which is 1+1, second year is going to be your paid internship. आपने एक साल के अंदर अपना मास्टर्स डिग्री कंप्लीट कर लिया, जो कि कहीं और आपको शायद और समय लगता. फर्स्ट यू इन्वेस्टेड दैट मनी, जो सिर्फ एक साल लग रहा है, एंड एक साल के अंदर यू रीच एट अ पोजीशन वेयर यू अर्न अ मास्टर्स डिग्री. सेकंड ईयर यू आल्सो be at a level where you are able to earn through the 1+1 internship program. Now, a lot of people ask about the finances and the stability of these finances. Now, let me tell you about the certain rules, why they've become lenient with their policies and why they want to welcome us. And उसके लिए वो हमारे हित में क्या कर रहे हैं for international students. Guys, meanwhile, if there is any form, any question, you can just ask me. I'm trying to go ahead and explain you every detail that I can explain you about UK. और अगर उसके बीच में, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me about those questions. And if there's any sort of personal question, we'll be sharing, which is not related to the topic. अगर कोई personal सवाल है, उसके लिए we'll also provide you the number, so you can directly reach out to me. Currently, if there's any question which is related to the topic, you can put it in the chat box. All right. So now I was talking about the options and the quality of education, and what are the policies and why I think that this dream is achievable. First, बहुत लोगों को लगता है कि मास्टर्स डिग्री करने के लिए वही जा सकते हैं जिनके पास 4 साल का, या एमबीए करने के वही जा सकते हैं जिनके पास 4 साल की उनके पास अंडर ग्रेजुएशन. बट दैट क्राइटेरिया हैज बीन नॉक्ड ऑफ व्हेन इट कम्स टू यूके. एवरी स्टूडेंट विद 3 years of अंडर ग्रेजुएशन कैन गो फॉर मास्टर्स इन मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम. अगर उसको एमबीए करना है तो वो एमबीए के लिए जा सकता है. अगर उसको कोई किसी और तरीके की मास्टर्स प्रोग्राम करनी है, दे कैन गो फॉर दैट, बिकॉज अगेन you've got extensive choices. Now, how an international student is financially secure and what is the future for them? How is it? I mean, is it bright or is it on the dull side? Now, let me explain you what is the security. So like we've got company rules, like we've got labor rules, laws in India. Similarly, कुछ ऐसा ही rule वहाँ पे UK में है. Under the rule of Queen Elizabeth, they have, they have made it legal that any international student who's coming to UK to study for a master's program or for a PhD program, उन बच्चों को, जो भी बच्चे कंपनी में काम करेंगे, the companies have to pay them minimum 2 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs monthly. Now it's somewhere close to 2,000 UK pounds. So that's what they're going to earn. If you convert it, yearly, if you convert it, so it can be close to, after earning a master's degree, obviously you're going to, go beyond what is the minimum wage. If this 2 lakhs and 2.5 lakhs is the minimum wage, then you're obviously going to go beyond. A person with a master's degree is not going to stay at a minimum wage. They're obviously going to aim higher, maybe 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs. That's the package that you can earn. And once you've studied from UK, first of all, once you've studied from UK, 1, Russell groups, 2nd, public universities, 3rd, they come under, if you guys can go online, there is a QS ranking for all of the universities. When we talk about UK universities, they come under top 50s and 100s overall the world. So the degree that you're going to get is going to be globally recognized. आपका future सिर्फ UK में bright नहीं होगा after studying in UK with a master's degree. The future is going to be bright everywhere globally. आप उसके बाद US move कर सकते हैं, आप उसके बाद Canada move कर सकते हो, or even if you come back to India, you're not going to get the entry level of employment opportunities. You're going to get the best in managerial positions after studying in UK, because that's the kind of recognition it has got. QS ranking, if there is anybody who knows about it or not, I'll explain to you what it is. Now we're familiar with some rankings. The most popular ones is Forbes, that is for business. So now similarly, universities की भी एक ranking होती है. उसी तरह से QS ranking is one globally recognized ranking system जिसमें वो universities आती हैं. So when we talk about UK की हर university top 50 से लेके top 100 तक overall world आती है. So the future is not just bright within UK, the future has to be bright overall the world. Now understand why all of these leaders, I mean, so many great leaders have studied from UK and they're leading a very successful life because UK gives that education. Now I've got a question. What is the minimum required academic percentage, like 70% to 80% to get eligible for admission in UK universities? Does it differ from university to university? It does differ from university to university, but if we're looking at some top-notch university, then I would suggest to be under the category of first division. Now you can understand that system, where the first division where the first division is ranked at, where the second division falls, and where the third division falls. It's definitely advisable to be at the first division level when it comes to your aggregate percentage of your undergraduation if you want to get into some of the good universities. And the higher that you've achieved in your college, the higher the chances of getting a higher scholarship, because UK also offers good scholarships as well. If you've got a good profile, you're definitely going to get a good scholarship as well. Any other question? It is totally dependent on university to university. For more information, all right. I thought that was a question. Okay, so now we've understood the eligibility criteria. We've understood QS ranking. I'm trying to establish why UK was the first choice for our first episode. I'm trying to build that gap so that more and more people can see that dream and more people can convert that into the reality. Eligibility criteria, post-study work visa. I've talked about that most universities, I mean, you've got 1 + 1 year of master's program. Second year, where staying within India, you could start earning after the 2 years of master's degree. Here, after just having 1 year of master's program, you'll be earning as a full-time employee in the second year, and then you become eligible for a 2 years of post-study work visa. It has become recently. So any student, because I think pre-existing information hogi, and I wanted to specially highlight on this post-study work visa because isse pichle, I mean, pandemic se pehle ki scenario mein, UK was not offering this post-study work visa of 2 years. Earlier it was 4 months, then it came to 6 months. But ye discussion काफी time से UK government के अंदर pending था, and now it has finally been passed. The rule has finally been passed and clear that they've started offering 2 years of post-study work visa. If everything works well, then it could even increase in the future. But now, for any student who takes admission after June 2021, the post-study work visa has increased up till 2 years after you've completed your master's degree. And these universities are also going to be research intensive university. हम लोग समझते हैं, so far we've studied the theory based courses. Now when we talk about UK, these mostly are going to be research intensive universities, and this is what is demanded by most of the MNCs, by most of the big companies for that, because research is something that will build your basics, and that is what you require to survive in the business. At all level, every company, whatever course that you've chosen, at all level, every company is going to require those skills. And that is the practical point of view, and that is the quality of education that you will require to survive in your in your career and your professional life. So far we've been well versed with theories, so far we've been well versed with the education system, and when it comes to your master's program, the time has come that we begin with our research intensive modules. We get into the deep concept and what impact you can bring to the business world after you've done this research intensive course. Now, some students, this was an information that I've shared for students who are generally interested in masters in management program, business related fields and everything. But sometimes there are students who believe in pursuing their education further as well. कुछ बच्चे PhD के लिए भी interested होते हैं. So what happens is, because these are research intensive universities, most of the students who go for the master's program, वो अपने PhD program भी वहीं पे उसके आगे ही besides UK. Absolutely, absolutely no. That's a very wrong information. 1 year of master's degree is valid overall the world. I've seen people taking, I've seen people, I know some of the people who've completed their master's degree in UK. It is globally recognized and you can get a job offer anywhere overall the world. Some people, see what happens is once you complete your master's degree, you start working in a company. And and if it's an MNC, MNC is definitely going to be located in different locations. Send you to another company. For example, in this case, I've taken it as USA. So the master's degree is accepted everywhere. Again, I told you, very less people are familiar with this concept. उनको लगता है या शायद उनको सही information दी नहीं जाती है. I don't know what maybe some lack of research that they've done or wrong sources that they interact with. But 1 year of master's program is eligible and it is valid everywhere overall the world. Now, what is required? Not all master's degrees valid globally. Yes, I've answered that question. What is required? There's this person who's asked me this question. I would request you to give, just try to, I'm not able to understand what exactly are you asking me. So if you could just, ask particularly, is there anything that you're looking at? What is required? For what? Okay. 1 year master's degree I've established. So please be rest assured, and I would strongly advise that ye wala apna fear dimag se nikal do, because it's valid everywhere overall the world. And most importantly, once you've done your your education, your master's program, you're not going to be working at the entry level. If anywhere overall the world, you can begin with the managerial position as well. So that is one point. Now let's come on to the job prospects and placement. If there is any other question that somebody has to ask, they can ask me. I've already TOEFL or IELTS necessary. What are the required entrance exam that we have to give? Okay, so there's somebody who wants to ask about a different country. I would strongly request that you wait, you just call me on my number and then we'll talk about it. Right now, we just stick to the topic of United Kingdom, which is UK. Entrance exams and IELTS or TOEFL, so any English proficiency exam. Now, recently they've introduced this new rule that any student who has scored above 80% in 12th in English, especially in the subject of English, if they've scored decent and their median of language is English throughout their schooling years and even in their undergraduation program, they do not need to appear for any IELTS or, for that matter, any English proficiency exam. So again, you've for IELTS, you have straight away saved your 14,000 in the procedure of applying to UK while studying abroad. So when we are trying to study abroad, there's a specific finances, and we'll pay special attention to it. So this is again a very important criteria. When applying to UK, you do not require any English proficiency exam. You do not need to appear for it if you've scored 80 and above. In your 12th, if you score 80 and a good score and they very much accept it, and you don't need to apply for that. Entrance exam, you're going to require a GMAT score or a GRE score, which is acceptable if you're trying to apply for an MBA program. Other than that, if you're going for a master's in management, if you're going for any other business related course, any other course, you do not require any entrance exam. And again, master's in management is similar to what an MBA program is. That is, people consider a master's in management if they do not meet the criteria of having a 3 years of work experience. So that is why most people opt for master's in management, and it's a very happening and a very hot course nowadays. It is totally dependent on your academic profile. If you score, all right. Because they've become more lenient. There are a lot of universities which have totally waived off your GMAT score as well. You do not need to apply for the GMAT in some of the universities. Again, if you're aiming for the top notch, let's take an example of Oxford or Imperial. There you're definitely going to require a GMAT score. But other than that, I mean, in most of the Russell groups, GMAT is still waived off. And again, your English proficiency, you don't require if you've got a good score in year 12, especially in English. Any other question, guys? Just keep on I'm trying to cover every topic, and if there is a chance that I've missed a certain point, you do let me know. You ask a question and I'm going to answer that for you. Any question from your side, guys? Okay, so there are two things that every student requires. दो तरह की security चाहिए होती है हर बच्चे को. If they're going and investing so much of money, then they want their return on investment to be a good amount. Second, the quality of education has to be good. And third criteria, which somewhat comes under the return on investment, the third criteria is, after completing their education, what are the job prospects? What are the opportunities that they're going to get in that country? Is the country going to be, open to them? Internship you have to search, or they will give, do we have to give any kind of exam for scholarship, or it will depend upon your academics? Internship I'm going to cover in the placement and return on investment topic. I'm going to cover that topic. I'll touch the topic of internship, how it happens, what is the placement drive and everything. I'm going to cover that topic just in a minute. Do we have to give any kind of, no, you don't have to give any exam for the scholarship. Majorly, it depends upon the academic profile that you have, and that is why I strongly suggest to at least stay in first division. If it's 70, I mean, the more that you score, the higher the price is going to be for scholarship. So it all depends upon your academic profile. A direct admission group also works upon profile building and profile enhancing, which can drastically increase your chances of getting a scholarship. Because again, if it's in abroad, and especially if you're studying, attention to profile, merit and your academic profile is one thing. Second, they also need to understand what kind of a student you are and how, what is your overall profile other than your academic profile. So if you've got a good profile, and that could include maybe some certifications, some skills, some any competitions that you've participated in, if you've played any sports, anything that you've done, anything can play a role in enhancing your profile. Now, once you interact with us, once you visit us, we tell you how we work upon the profile building and enhancement part. We pay special attention to that, and we've got some tools for that as well. I'll cover that topic later on. Now, I had one question, which was internship. I had one topic about the internship. I'm not able to. Yeah, so there was this person who had asked that internship के लिए क्या वो खुद ढूंढना पड़ेगा या कॉलेज में हमारे पास options दिए जाएंगे. So now we're IP University students. I'm aware that you guys have a certain software you use, which is provided to you through your colleges, and it's the ERP system. उसमें आप अपनी attendance भी देख सकते हैं. Sometimes your assignments are marked on that. The test results, the date sheets, and everything posted on that. Now, this is the system of India. When I'm talking about UK, or for that matter, anywhere in abroad, they've got they're technologically very advanced. So again, they also give you access to account. Once you've taken admission there, once you're studying there, you'll have your own login ID, credentials, everything. You can log into that system, and everything is going to be specified. Like we have placement drives when company visit in the Indian college. How you can be assured of that is, I'll be very clear, the companies are not going to visit in the college. Rather, the login credentials where A to Z, every information depending upon, be it your date sheet, be it your assignments, be it your homework, and there's a special column for your openings. Whichever company is visiting through, whichever company wants to get the employee, wants to have a placement drive in the college, they're not going to physically visit, but there's going to be a special, through the login ID credentials, you will be receiving those notifications of the openings in this and this company, and you just have to stay updated on it. You just have to keep on applying. And again, when it comes to abroad, you've got like we have in our colleges, we've got placement cell here in our colleges, we've got different cells. Similarly, international support groups, support cells and placement cells and everything. So I strongly suggest, and this will be a personal tip from me as an individual to another candidate who wants to apply to any university abroad, I would the key. So once you go there, make sure that first you are updated with all of the openings that you have. Second, there'll be a placement cell, there'll be an international student cell. Make sure you stay connected to them, because they've got a very vast networking set that they've got, and that can help you largely. And also just maintain a good rapport and a very good will with the professors that are teaching you there. Because once you've established that good rapport, once you've made a good connection with your professor, they hold the power to give you a letter of reference. And once you're able to achieve that, you can whenever you're applying to any company, whenever you share your CV, just share this one document of letter of reference, and the chances of you getting that placement option increases by 100 times. That is the value which a professor of UK university holds in the opinion of the companies. The chances of you getting the job opportunity increases drastically into 100 times. It increases. So make sure you establish that good rapport with your professors, and make sure that you're able to get that letter of reference from them. Internships, again, you'll get all of the help from the UK universities. You just need to stay connected, you just need to stay updated. Similarly, same goes with the placement opportunities as well. You have to work hard and you have to keep on applying. And again, the name is enough when you're applying to when you're from a certain university and certain college. The name is enough. And this will all work in your favor. I'm trying to take more questions. Actually, I think I'm not able to scroll above, but there are a few questions. What's the major difference? I'm pursuing BTech by. Is it necessary to do an internship during BTech? I know it's a good. It's not necessary. You can opt out of it. Somebody had asked that if it's necessary to opt for an internship. It's not necessary. You can opt out of it, but definitely it will increase your chances of converting into a full-time professional drastically. Because if you've shown your worth once in a company during the internship period, and you're obviously going to be paid well as well within a company. So it drastically changes your chances of living a successful professional life there. But you do have an option to opt out of it if you're not satisfied. uh, Scholarships available, the office, every detail will be shared with you. Ma'am, if I do not have a good score in English, then what can I do to get admissions? Then you simply just need to appear for that English proficiency exam. This exam is exempted for those who've scored above 80 in their 12th. So they're exempted for this exam. But the students who for some reasons have not able to meet and are below that bar, you need not worry. You can still get admission in those universities. You just need to get a good score in your IELTS, and the general overall score which they require is going to be 6.5 overall, and minimum 6 bands throughout. So nothing below 6 band, which is not a very difficult task, because we've been studying in English medium school throughout our school years. So it shouldn't be a very big deal. And you do not need to feel demoralized. It's just it's just an exemption for those people. Other than that, if you haven't scored, if you're not touching that bar, you just need to appear for the English proficiency test, and you're still very much eligible for a master's program in UK. What's the major difference between MBA from abroad? I think this person, what's the major difference between MBA from abroad? I think the question is left incomplete, but I think you mean to ask abroad and India. I'll cover that topic in the return on investment. Names of some colleges. Somebody has asked for names of some colleges. What you can do is you can also go, on a personal level, I would suggest you to do some introspection and some research about the Russell groups. So the names that I have with you, I can share. University of Oxford, of Cambridge, Imperial University, University of East Anglia, King's University, Queen's Mary University, University of Leeds, Liverpool University. I mean, there are n number of university. I could just go on, but you could simply search public universities in UK or Russell groups in UK. You'll find, I mean, n number of universities there, and n number of choices of course that you want to study. Difference between MBA from India and UK, I'll cover that topic. We will have to give entrance test. No, you do not need to give any entrance test if as long as it's not an MBA program. And for some of the MBA programs, there again there is GMAT waiver. So it depends. I would strongly suggest that you interact with me once. We'll filter out the options that where you have to apply and everything. We'll check the eligibility criteria, and only if need be, then only you need to apply. Then only you need to give an entrance exam. Usually, it's not required. For any master's degree, it's not required. No entrance test is required. You just, the chances of you getting a scholarship increases if you've got a strong academic profile. Other than that, no entrance exam. What's the required entrance exam for MTech or master's program, MSc program? No entrance exam which is required. Guys, if anyone have some questions or query, all right. Will we have to give entrance test? I think most of it is about the entrance test and all of these things. Now let me explain about the return on investment. People are asking about the difference between MBA from India and abroad. So I can specially talk about return on investment and the placement opportunities. When I'm talking about the placement opportunities and what are the opportunities and job prospects in the life after completing your master's degree, everything can be completed into one small topic. Why? We want to get good education. Now, why we're trying to get a good education is so that we can lead a good life ahead. So when we're studying in abroad, we've invested money in their currency. We've invested money not in Indian rupees, but we're investing money in pounds. Now, specifically talking about UK, so we're investing in pounds. Obviously, you would want to earn in that amount only. आप इंडियन करेंसी में शायद वो अमाउंट कमाने में कुछ समय लगा दो, बट वो पैसा आप यूके में जल्दी कमा सकते हो. If you've invested in UK pounds, then you would also want to earn in UK pounds, and that's the security and that's the difference. जो टाइम आपको यहाँ से वो करने में लगेगा, शायद वो लेवल की ग्रोथ आप वहां पे जल्दी कर सकते हो. One thing, you're investing in yourself, you're getting a good international exposure, you're getting a great quality of education. Thirdly, that is going to make your career, that is going to build your future years ahead. Now, when I said that 2000 or 2500 is going to be the minimum wage, that is the general rule. So converted into INR, it is going to be somewhere close to 2.5 lakhs. This is the minimum wage. Now, any student who's completed an MBA program, master's, and MSc program, they're going to be working because, again, you've got a good placement option through the universities. And if you could just go, your employment rate and the employability is drastically different when you're studying from UK. It's excellent. The employment rate is excellent once a student has graduated from a well-renowned, well-reputed college. Again, recognized. So that is there. The return on investment is equally going to be great. So the tuition fee for UK can somewhere range between, that's a general figure that I'm going to give you. It's somewhere close to what you can expect between 15 lakhs to 22 lakhs. And that's the amount that you've invested in your master's degree. Now, once you're a graduate, once you've earned that master's degree, you're obviously going to be earning more than 3 lakhs, because if 2 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs is the minimum wage, you're going to be earning more post earning a degree. So a person who's earning closely between 3 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs, and that is the entry level of income. You're going to climb the ladder up. You're going to earn the more you dedicatedly work, you're going to get promoted, and the more the income is going to be. So in general scenarios, you're able to complete what the investment has. You are able to get the returns on that investment somewhere close to 1 year to 1.5 year in UK. After completing your master's degree, आप 1 साल या 1.5 साल, let's just say 1.5 साल के अंदर आपने जितना पैसा अपनी एजुकेशन में लगाया था उसको रिकवर कर लेते हैं, और उसी पैसे के अंदर आप अपने लिविंग एक्सपेंसेस भी कवर करते हैं, अकोमोडेशन को भी कवर करते हैं, and beyond that you're able to support your family as well once you keep on climbing that ladder. And now you guys have got 2 years of post-study work visa as well. Now, one more fact. Before that, before I share that fact, I'd like to take some questions. What if we want to do business in India after MBA? How can I contact you, ma'am? We've shared the numbers. 15 to 22 lakhs is just tuition fees, or it includes the living expenses. See, it's a general figure that I have given you. Sometimes the living expenses can also be included in this, and this is something एक बहुत general figure दिया है. This is exclusive of the scholarships that you're going to get, and it's going to differ where you are living. So living expenses एक बच्चे के it depends upon the person to person, depends upon how much they spend and where they're living and what university they're targeting at. Sometimes within 22 lakhs, your tuition fees and your living expense will be covered for 1 year. And sometimes if you've applied to certain universities where the tuition fees is close to 18 lakhs, then you can expect the living expense to be separate. So again, the figure is going to be, it's a very general figure that I've given you. इसके बीच में काफी सारी चीजें आ जाती हैं. Now, to know the exact figure, again, we need to look at the profile, we need to look at the options where you're applying, because again, the fees is going to differ depending upon the course that you've chosen and the university that you've chosen and the place that you're living. Generally, London is more expensive, so you can expect the living expense to be a little higher there. Again, any other place, it's going to be slightly low, but you've got part-time options where you can support yourself financially. I know a lot of people जो बाहर पढ़ने जाते हैं, यूके में पढ़ने जाते हैं, वो अपने आप को financially support कर पाते हैं once they get the part-time job. While they're studying their master's program, they're able to fund themselves for their living expenses. Again, not getting into too much of luxury. It all depends upon you. Post that, again, you've got good job prospects there. So, everything is covered under that. Once you've completed your master's degree, the scenario will change. So now this amount is exclusive of scholarships, and it depends from university to university. If you need to know the exact figure, then it's better that we filter out those options for you. You come visit us, we look at what you want to study, what course you have to study, and then we can go further and come to a conclusion what can be the tentative figure for you as well. So yes, somebody, what time and budget should I prepare for MSc degree? See, again, I've shared a tentative amount for you. 15 to 20 lakhs is somewhat, that's where you could range between. Again, depending upon where you get the admission, which place you're living at, what type of accommodation you choose. And again, from direct admission group, you get that extra assistance. We're not just going to help you with the offer letter. Once you've received your offer letter, because we've been working in this industry for now very long, we've got a lot of students. You will not be the only student who will be flying abroad or will be flying to UK especially. So there are going to be more students. So once you interact with them, the accommodation can also be taken care of. Once you land there, we'll help you with the accommodation as well. If there's any other trouble, we could help you with there as well. So budget, again, you can be rest assured. There is a lot of assistance in everything. If you have a specific budget, you could share that with us also. Again, we could come up with those options which could fit into your budget. If you've got a specific budget, then again, we can filter out those options. So that's how it works. It depends upon the courses, depends upon the universities that you apply to, depends where you're living and everything. Depends upon how you utilize that money. And rest, a lot of people seem to be concerned about the money and everything, but usually see what happens is when you're studying in a good university, or abroad has this concept that you can earn within the campus. You'll get good options to for your part-time work within the university. You could assist a professor, you could give lectures once you meet that criteria, once you've established a good rapport, once you've got the necessary skills and everything, you could maybe work in the library, in the campus. You've got n number of options to work within the campus, and when you're working within the campus and the part time within the campus, even then students are able to pay for their living expenses. And post that again, during the time when you're pursuing your course, you can work part time. And once if there are holidays, you can work full time. So every student in UK, there's a policy for you guys, that every international student on their tier 4 visa, which will be applying for, which is the student visa that you'll be applying for, under that visa, you're allowed as international students to work for 20 hours per week. So that's how, if you calculate the minimum wage of 20 hours per week, so even then the amount is beyond what you can expect. And pretty much everything is taken care of when it comes to the living expenditure. Even if you guys want to go out and eat, even that can be taken care with the part time that you will be earning. What time period for MCA degree in UK? Any master's degree is going to be 1 year program only. There can be some exceptions. Again, those exceptions will be for 1.5 years, but that's the last that you can expect, because that is the system of UK. A lot of people, earlier also, I would just like to add on to that fact. बहुत लोगों को ऐसा लग रहा था कि 1 year of degree will not be valid globally, या किसी और कंट्री में वो वैलिड नहीं होगा, बट दैट्स द सिस्टम ऑफ यूके. अगर आप वहां पे अंडर ग्रेजुएशन भी करने जा रहे होते, उसका टाइम पीरियड भी कम है, एंड मास्टर्स डिग्री करने के बाद आपका पीएचडी करने का भी टाइम पीरियड कम है. सो दैट्स द होल सिस्टम ऑफ यूके. दे हैव डिसाइडेड एंड दे हैव invented that education system within the UK, that's the time frame that they feel that they need to give to this particular program. And the quality of education is so great, they feel that what has to be taught in 2 years can be covered in 1 year of program without compromising on the quality of the education. And that's one of the reasons why they're accepted globally. Now, when I was talking about QS ranking सिर्फ यूके के लिए नहीं है, सिर्फ एक देश के लिए नहीं है, सिर्फ इंडिया के लिए नहीं है, वो ग्लोबली एक रैंकिंग देता है. QS ranking is used to rank universities at a global level, at a worldwide level. जब ये यूनिवर्सिटीज, यूके की यूनिवर्सिटीज इस QS रैंकिंग में वर्ल्ड वाइड लेवल पे रैंक हो रही हैं top 50 overall the world, and 100 to be, if we talk about all of the universities which are there, but Russell groups fall under top 50, and you go for any other university within UK, they still fall under top 100 worldwide. And imagine how many universities are there, are going to be there in the world. So if they're coming under QS ranking, which is recognized worldwide, how can you say कि UK universities की degree, 1 year master's degree, is not going to be accepted or valid anywhere else other than UK? It is going to be very much accepted and very much valid. Is 1 year of MCA valid in our country? Absolutely, absolutely, it is available. It is valid. Any master's degree is valid in India. In fact, I've seen some people who because see, there are two reasons. Sometimes people go so that they can get a PR. Sometimes people genuinely want to get a good education, and once they've achieved that good education, once they've completed their master's degree, कुछ बच्चों को वापस आना पड़ता है इंडिया for family reasons, so that they can take care of their family, or for any personal XYZ reason, they have to come back to India. And in those cases, I've genuinely seen and I've experienced that they got a good job in UK within an MNC, and they asked the management professional, because again, MNC is going to be available, the offices are going to be located over all the world. They asked that I have to go back to India, if you could just give me the opening in India, if you could shift me from this office to the Indian office there. And they did not start it at the entry level. The person now is at the regional managerial level. So that's the scope. It's very much accepted and it's very much valid and very much respected. Trust me, when you're going to see, we as students, you as students may not be totally aware about the value, and that is why I come in role to make you aware. I'm sharing this knowledge with you so that you guys can also become more and more aware, more and more aware about the option you guys have. But when we talk about companies, जब वो आपके resumes देखेंगे, जब वो आपके interviews लेंगे, जब वो आपसे जानेंगे that you studied from UK and from so and so university, उनके mind में एक image create हो जाएगी that okay, the student has studied from UK, and they very much understand value, they very much understand how respected that option is going to be. Any more questions further? You guys can ask me more questions. I've explained the return on investment is going to be great because again, there are certain rules. Now let me explain you about Brexit rule and why this leniency. Post-study work visa has extended for 2 years now. And the job security. What is the job security as an international student? Because जब हमारा master's degree complete हो जाता है, we have to apply for a work visa. Now, what's the security and what are the chances of getting that? Earlier, कुछ समय पहले तक ये एक रूल था जिसमें यूके ब्रेक्सिट रूल के अंदर आता था. इसका मतलब जो भी यूरोपियन यूनियन यूके यानी कि आसपास के देश जो है यूरोपियन यूनियन में जितने भी, वो एक इकोनॉमी की तरह काम करते थे और उसी इकोनॉमी के जरिए यूरोपियन यूनियन के कुछ भी लोग उस देश में रहने वाले लोग यूके में आके काम कर सकते थे विदाउट अप्लाइंग फॉर अ वर्क वीजा. नाउ यूके हैज एग्जिटेड फ्रॉम दिस रूल. उसका नुकसान इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स को होता था बिकॉज आसपास के लोग विदाउट वर्क वीजा यूके में आके काम कर सकते थे एंड they had to fight more. The competition was very, very tough. Now, since UK has exited from that, हमारे लिए, for international students, the competition has come at one level. Now there's more equality, now there's more fairness, because everybody has to fight for that visa. Everybody. Now the deserving candidate, if you as an international student is a more deserving candidate, now you guys are going to get the option because Brexit rule has been exited. Everybody has to apply for the work visa. Nobody is going to take that seat for you if you are a deserving candidate. And as international student, we're very much respected there because they all know that we are very dedicated and very learned. We come from very learned backgrounds. And when it comes to work, we work religiously and we work very hard. So I guess you guys have got good options. Job prospects, people have worked there for now more than 4 or 5 years जिन लोगों ने master's degree करी है, and I've personally interacted with them that they are treated with a lot of respect. There's no discrimination when it comes to that part. Work life में जो वो discrimination एक fear होता है बच्चों के mind में that if we're going to a different country, will they accept us? How friendly the nation is going to be? अगर वो डिजर्व करते हैं वो जॉब तो क्या उनको वो मिलेगी या नहीं. सो आई हैव पर्सनली इंटरेक्टेड विद दोस पीपल एंड दे आर वेरी मच हैप्पी. एक स्ट्रगल जो इंडिया में रहती है, जो स्ट्रगल वो बाहर भी रहेगी. यू हैव टू फाइट एंड इफ यू आर अ वेल डिजर्विंग कैंडिडेट, यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट इन योरसेल्फ, यू हैव टू गेट दोस स्किल्स इन एवरीथिंग एंड you will get the job opportunity. The struggle and the fight is going to be same as what is going to be in India, because you have to actively and proactively apply. You have to take part, you have to do net, and that's the only skill that is required there. Once you've got a good education, once you've got a good networking skills, you're bound to be dead sure to get a good job prospect. Just keep on investing upon yourself, just stay updated, just do a lot of networking there. And that was a general tip from my side. Any question? Somebody had asked about the loan. Yes, as direct admission group, as I mentioned, हमारा concern सिर्फ यहाँ आके खत्म नहीं होता है बच्चों के लिए कि हमारी तरफ से offer letter आ गया and our work has been done. We make sure कि student के application procedure से लेके ऑफर लेटर से लेके वीजा से लेके वहां तक जाके अकोमोडेशन तक, वहां जाके कंफर्टेबली रहने तक, we take the responsibility, we take care for the student, because once they're connected with direct admission group, we take it as our responsibility that we make sure that they get a good future. So उसके बीच में काफी ऐसी चीजें होती हैं जहाँ पे वो बच्चे struggle करते हैं. One could be the education loan, because that is where they struggle to get a good admission. We want that her wo cheese, without any bumps, without any speed breakers, students get admission. So when it comes to loan as well, direct admission group is going to help you. They're going to offer our best support from our side, and you can get a loan without collateral if the loan is below 25 lakhs, and that's what you need simply for UK. You don't need there's no need to get more loan above 25 lakhs when we're talking about UK. Even if you're living in London, that will also be taken care of, because again, London is the hub for all of the major and the best universities, but London is a little expensive. Still, that can be covered within 5 lakhs. And if any student wants to get a loan, 25 lakhs rupees loan and below that can be achieved just by showing your offer letter. Once you've got your offer letter from us, we'll help you in getting an education loan as well without any collateral. Okay, is there any other question? I think I've covered pretty much everything here. If there is any question from your side, I'm going to open the round for the question answer round. If there is any question, I've opened the round for question hour, but lastly, before concluding, from my side, I've tried to cover as much as I can. But again, we've got, the expertise here. We've got super seniors here. So, if there's anything which has been missed from my side, and if there is any particular question that required any special attention from the student side, we've got super seniors here, the expertise here, who after me will be taking this session forward with you guys. So we've got Mrs. Rekha Tiwari, the Honorable Vice President of Direct Admission Group, and the expert here, and she would love to interact with you. And personally, I'm telling to you guys, students, if you guys have any queries, trust me, she's the expert on this, and she can help you with any personal question that you have. So I strongly suggest that don't shy away from any question. Just ask right away, and she'll be the right person to ask. Ma'am, are you there? Can anybody check if Rekha ma'am is there in the meeting? Do we need any year of work experience? No, for MSc programs, if you're applying for master's program, you don't need any work experience. There are no counseling charges, Amelia. There are no counseling charges. And especially for IP University students, everything is free of cost. There are no service charges. Counseling charges, we anyway do not have any counseling charges. And because you guys are our special clients, IP University, and we're taking these sessions, so no extra cost involved, no service charges here. I can see Rekha ma'am here. Ma'am, would you like to proceed with this session? The students are waiting for you. Would you like to proceed? Ma'am, you're not audible. Guys, if you can hear the speaker, then just give a thumbs up. That would help a lot.
Thank you very much. Good evening, guys. Everybody can hear me clear? I can see Gaurav in the session. Gaurav, can I acknowledge?
Yes, hello.
बेटा अपने आप को अनम्यूट करो और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है सी वी ऑल आर डेडिकेटिंग दिस टाइम so that you guys have better future. That is something very, very important. Your concerns, your queries, and what exactly you're planning for yourself, definitely that will be sorted. But उससे पहले जो जरूरी है समझना कि आप exactly चाहते क्या है और हमारा मिशन क्या है. So IP यूनिवर्सिटी के हमारे जितने भी बच्चे after graduation they really want to proceed for their masters, we take this responsibility with no financial involvements. So important is the world is waiting for you, whether it is UK, Canada, Australia, Germany. Just plan your thoughts and see how we design your program. So बच्चों इसके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है आप आए हमारे पास और एक बार मिलकर हम लोग इसको डिस्कस करें कि आपका करंट एकेडमिक परफॉर्मेंस क्या है, आगे आप क्या चाहते हैं अपने लिए, और यहाँ सब ये है कि हमारा एक जो दिल्ली का इतना बड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी है, why the alumni of IP University will not be successful more than any other graduate. We see all the IIT pass outs, reaching out globally with successful careers. Reason, it's not about IP University, it's not about IIT. It's about what you define for your own self. So I'll appreciate if anybody has got any question to share, because I would love to see you guys in my office. And this week, for next 3 days, I'm very much in my office, and I'll advise you guys to come personally and let's talk face to face with your parents so that let's analyze what best you have for your own self. So anybody wants to share anything, you can come across with your words right now. Just unmute yourself and let's have the interactive part. Anybody? बेटा इतना सोचते नहीं, अगर आपको मौका मिला है एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस का, in case अगर हम सोचे कि हम अपने यंग एज बैंड में होते और हमें ये एडवाइस मिली होती, तो I would have always been running for that and grabbing the opportunity. और हमेशा जब तक आप रिसर्च एनालिसिस से अपने लिए बेस्ट ऑप्शन सॉर्ट आउट नहीं करेंगे, आप कैसे सक्सेसफुल होंगे इस लाइफ में. Anybody wants to ask anything, please unmute yourself. I would love to hear from you guys. Ankit, Mohammed.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening, Ankit. Very good evening. Yes, Ankit.
Yes, ma'am. So I want to ask that if I have to do my MBA, am I audible?
Yeah, you're very clear, bache.
So, ma'am, I want to ask that if I want to do my MBA in UK, MBA Finance in UK, and I have my dad, he lives in London. Okay. So it's been like 20 years living there, and this year he'll be getting his green card. So if I want to go there, so will I be as a international student or domestic student there?
Ultimately, Ankit, I definitely appreciate your decision of finalizing the destination, but still there needs to be some clarity, It's not only about parents all the time. Globally, we all are progressing day by day, my dear. So important is once you come and meet us in person, we will certainly share what is best for you. And it is a matter of hardly 15 to 20 minutes. So I believe we're in South Delhi. You can anytime drop in after giving your confirmation, Ankit. Right? Because maybe, see, you have finalized something for you.
Can I book appointment?
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely book an appointment. You can confirm to the moderator of the webinar, and certainly the time will be fixed up. And this week I'm very much in Delhi and I would love to talk to you guys. And that too in person, whether it is London, UK, or any best destination, any best college. So my focus will be what is best for you. So Ankit, you can certainly confirm. Okay, you can post so that confirmation links will be shared with you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, take good care of yourself, and I appreciate the confidence should be there. Yes, Harsh, I'm just observing you're trying to connect your audio. Unmute yourself and share the concern. Or maybe anyone else. Tamanna, girls are there, so just come, bache. If you have any concern, you are most welcome to share right now. And see, important is for all of you because it happens पहली बार हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये हो सकता है अभी आप कुछ सोच रहे हो, शायद आप अपने विचार को शब्दों में अभी शेयर ना कर पाए. तो important है ये समझिए कि अभी हम दिल्ली में हैं या दिल्ली NCR में, in any of the colleges of IP University. So what is good for you guys is the entire globe is open with no much difference in the financial investment. Say I'm talking with reference to your parents. So with same financial modalities, if you can get your international branding done, then what is stopping you guys? So don't you think it's important and it's good for you to come and understand? So all those who are in session, I can see, I believe something around all the participants. Just design your timings in next 2-3 days. Come in person. Let's talk what is good. And let's understand what best we can give to you guys. Because see, when we see education, the entire world is one family. For us, it hardly matters whether you go to Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, or you fly straight away to London. So you need to understand everything is possible. And best part is, here we're not talking of financial involvement. So we are just focused on your past academic records and see what best we can provide you guys with great scholarships. So anybody, if you want to share anything, otherwise I'll appreciate to see you guys in my office. और अगर किसी को कुछ बोलना है, शेयर करना है, आपके पास एक बहुत अच्छा मौका है. आप अभी बात कर सकते हैं. Maybe we have something good. So guys, I believe when nobody is coming in person, so everybody should plan out the visit. How do I book an appointment? Amelia, that's so sweet. So Amelia, now once you're part of the webinar, all of you are very, I'll say very precious to us. So that number will be shared right now and you guys can just put your email IDs and your WhatsApp numbers. So our moderator will be reaching out to you guys and you will be getting the guidelines to book an appointment and meet us in person. And we are very much in South Delhi, beta, east of Kailash. So ultimately, I believe being a Delhiite, we all know Lady Shri Ram College, right? That's the biggest landmark. So anyone with any other question, you can just post your query. And important is, I believe it's good to be verbal. So with this, I think I'll conclude, but important is, आप सबके पास एक मौका है ये जानने का और समझने का कि आपके लिए क्या बेहतर है. क्योंकि जब हम मास्टर्स को प्लान आउट करते हैं, since we need 16 years of study experience, so do we have to take a year gap after BBA? No, my dear, not at all. You have to see globally what is coming up. This 15 years restriction was there earlier, but now we do have many options where your 15 years of education is accepted. And important is you should not have any gap in between. When you can, either within 12 years, upskill yourself with great degrees. Why to wait even for a day? So I'll appreciate, just come with your confirmation of appointments. And I would love to see you all at my office. Entire globe is possible. Always remember that. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is expensive. It's you who have to take the decision. And one thing important before I conclude, I would like to share one experience. One of the candidates of Delhi University was planning USA Master's Program. And बच्चे इसको ध्यान से सुनिएगा. He was from very humble background. And trust me, he got the confirmation from one of the US colleges where the program was 52 lakhs, which was beyond the reach of parents. But when we received the offer letter, we connected him to the education loan department and see what happened. आप जब पूछेंगे तो आपको हमेशा समाधान मिलेगा. उस बच्चे को मालूम था कि 52 lakhs पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, बट उस ऑफर लेटर का आप देखिए एक ऑरा है. आपको एजुकेशन लोन में उस ऑफर लेटर के बिहाफ पे 52 lakhs was granted, and the best part is education cost, living cost, even your laptop cost, airfare, everything was connected in this education loan. So parents के पास एक single penny का responsibility नहीं है. अब आपको लगेगा ये कैसे possible है? ये उस offer letter उस institutions का कमाल है, because they hold some global ranking, and based on that offer letter, they know this individual from a humble background where he will stand after 12 to 18 months. What will be the payouts? And the boy is now happily flying to US after getting visa clearance. So don't you think it's amazing? So that is why I'm advising all of you, come in person, let's discuss your problems, your concerns, your aspiration, and draft your future. As simple as that. So guys, thank you very much and take good care of all yourself. And we would love to see you at our office. Thank you. Ma'am, is COVID still pop up any residents? No, my dear, the more problems, the more solutions, and we are very strong. So COVID is never a problem, and it was never a problem to us. Do you think education stops or the world stops growing? So important is when you have problems, you have opportunities. Try to grab the opportunities. So thank you very much. Come and discuss what is best for you guys. Thank you guys. Take good care of yourself. Thank you.